I'm Edie Lush, Executive Editor of Hub Culture here at COP26 in Glasgow. Really pleased, Bernat Añaños, you've come to talk to me. How are you?
Very good. I'm very pleased to be here.
Co-founder of Heura Foods. First of all, I want you to shock me with the facts about meat and carbon emissions.
Whoa. There are many shocking stats when we go to animal farming. One is that we kill 10 more times animals than humans are on Earth every year just for humans' consumption. Another one is that 60% of the whole emissions from the food system comes from animal meat, but they just produce the 18% of the calories and just 37% of the protein. So it is very, very inefficient. And if we look at the wider picture, so all the sectors, it accounts for 14.5% of the whole emissions. So it is a big stake of the emissions, and it's something that here at COP is not very at the center of the debate.
So you work in plant-based meat alternatives.
Yes.
I've experimented with them. They aren't a part of my diet yet, as much as I imagine they should be. So what's going to make me switch?
I think we will switch to plant-based meats when they are successes, when they are better than meat. Because let's be honest, like meat is at the very center of our culture, and it's in all those special moments like barbecues, Christmas, your grandma's dishes, it's always there. So it is very connected with ourselves, our identity. So we have to make products that are as good as, this is one, that are much healthier, and this is possible because we can use like very healthy fats like we use at Heura Foods, which for example olive oil. It has to be much more sustainable, which is easy when you leave the animal behind and you use a 21st century technology, and also much more ethical, which because not using an animal and not using all the resources that the animal needs, it's much more ethical. So I think we have to kind of check all these 4 boxes, and when these boxes are there and the products are democratic in terms of accessibility, in terms of geography,
pricing?
And then pricing. These 2 things, it has to be available everywhere, not just in big cities. It doesn't count at Madrid, Barcelona, New York, and London. It has to be also in the small villages because these people also want to change. And it has to be very accessible, like money-wise, because at the end, you have what you have, and then you have to divide it and organize it.
Do you feel it's important also to bring the farming community along? Do you already see resistance there?
I mean, 100%. We always talk in Spain, but this is a conversation that we can have in any country about a protein transition table. And this protein transition table needs companies like us, but also like we need the farmers. We need the producers, we need the governments, and we need the NGOs. And all together, we have to put this issue on the table. Heura and Bernat doesn't go against the farmer. I go against the whole system that actually goes against farmers because they cannot make a good living, and we can make much better livings apart from sustainable and ethical approach. We can make better livings by switching to plant-based because it's much better in everything. It's much more sustainable, much easier, much more efficient. Everything.
So what are those pig farmers, the cow farmers going to do?
There is a way to transition. I mean, there are examples in Canada, there are examples in France, examples of farmers that wanted to transition and they've been helped by organizations, and this is what we have to put on the table. All the subsidies that now go to make this meat very cheap, because let's be honest, like when you go to a supermarket and you check the price kilo, it's crazy how cheap this is. It doesn't make any sense. So we put these subsidies to actually help farmers to transition. I mean, we need farmers. We will need people making protein. I mean, we need soy, we need pea, we need so many other proteins to then process and have better meats. There's space for everyone.
There's space for everyone. All right, Bernat, thank you so much for stopping by
Thanks.
Hub Culture Pavilion here, the Ice House here in Glasgow at COP26, and I'm Edie Lush.